Okay, we're not going to watch the whole thing, obviously, because it's really kind of long. But this is basically where people have been losing their minds. People have been out of their fucking mind about this, furious at this, like, so mad.
We played a little while ago. God, people are friggin' being annoying in my chat right now.
Why?
They were being so annoying in mine earlier, too. They just, like, be going on
tangents. What are they saying, Vanilla?
That about the homophobic jokes. They're like, but then you just if you still hang out with someone like that, then you just support it.
So basically what happened is that QTcinderalla said that she would hang out with people that were in phase because the people that are in phase are you know, like they said, yeah, they make homophobic jokes, but they don't do that around me. And also, like, you know, how can you change somebody and make somebody see your point of view if you just always demonize them and hate them, right? Mm-hmm. So that's basically what she was saying. And
who the hell cares, dude? People make racist jokes whether it be around me or not around me. I don't care because I realize it's a joke. They don't mean it to be personal. They mean it genuinely because of it's just funny. Like, why would I care? It's stupid. It's incredibly stupid and bad faith to think, oh, this person's actually like homophobic when they genuinely meant it as a joke. Or these persons are actually racist when they genuinely meant it as a joke. You need to understand people have come from different cultures, people have come from different backgrounds, to the point they have just different opinions than you. And that's okay. Like, we can agree to disagree on a lot of shit. I have a lot of racist friends. I have a lot of homophobic friends. I have a lot of people that aren't like that. It's good to be open. It is good to be open to other people, in my opinion. Other people might see that as stupid. I don't know, but I don't see why they do. That's all I will say. I don't see why they think it's stupid. Because do you want a yes circle around you like 24/7? Do you really want that? Like, I hate that. I find that shit to be annoying. Like, genuinely, I find that shit to be annoying. And then you're like, I hate all white people. Yes. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, that's not racist. It's just prejudice. Hello? What? Do you even hear what you're saying? Oh, it's not racist, guys. Trust. It's not racist. Get a fucking grip on reality, bro. Holy fuck. Yeah, it's not racist. Yeah. Sure, dude. Oh, fuck.
Like that, and this is, by the way, this is the normal opinion. That's what normal people think, right? But obviously, here's the problem: is we on the internet, bitch. So people are mad as fuck about this. And also another reason, by the way, why Cutie is hanging out with the phase people, and I like Cutie, but let's be honest, the reason why you're hanging out with them is because they got a lot of viewers, right? You're friends with them because they're really popular. If they were getting like 1 or 2K viewers, you'd be talking about how bad they are. That's what I think. No, I don't know that.
No, I think she wouldn't even do that. I think she would just ignore them. That's just me, though. I don't think so. Now, maybe she would listen to her audience more and be like, you know, these people are terrible, and maybe agree with the audience, but secretly not actually think of that. That is possible. But because, you know, you want to appease your audience at that point. But I don't think she would genuinely think that.
I don't know that, but that's what I think. I think that once a person, because people would levy the same criticism at people like Kai or like fucking XQC, but a lot of these people will put that aside. In my opinion, like, this is what people need to understand with like any sort of virtue signaling. This is my favorite part about it, is that it puts somebody in between the position of virtue signaling and clout, and what it reveals is that the virtue signaling only existed in service of gaining clout. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of these viewers are starting to realize that. That's the truth. Again, maybe it's a mean thing to say. Maybe people might not want to hear that. That's a fact. That's a fact. I've seen it. And I am at a position now where I just don't give a fuck. I just do not give a fuck. I will just come out and say this stuff because I think somebody needs to, because we live in such an era of inauthenticity that somebody needs to come out and say that it's real.
No.
I think that's changing now though, because I think it's popular to actually agree with Asmongold now. I think it's popular to be on both sides now. Now, if you're a bit further, I think it's unpopular to be like a bit further right or whatever. Like a lot of people hate on Sneeko. I don't think Sneaker's a bad guy. Genuinely, I don't think he's a bad guy. But if you're ultra left or whatever, you'll still have love by a lot of people. And you won't have any I don't think you have any death threats on the other side. That's just me though. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, so this
And
is
by the way, I totally support Cutie. I think she's totally right about this. But I also think that she's cultivated an audience over the years, and she's basically created. She's created this type of an audience. She has.
Mm-hmm.
It's my criticism of her, but like
Yeah.
I like her as a person. I've spoken to her multiple times. I think she's a very, very nice girl.
Yeah. A lot of people like this. They're very audience captured. That's what I was saying. If she were to say something like that with the people that are 1 to 2,000 people, it's because her audience feels like, you know, she should do this. She should, you know, she should speak about this. Some things you just don't need to speak about. Like some things straight up you don't need to speak about. You don't need to really speak about anything unless if you genuinely feel like it. Like let's be real. Like a lot of the people with the Hassan situation with the shocking dog, I think it's funny how that's still going on, by the way. I don't know why the hell that's still going on. But a lot of his friends, they didn't need to speak about that. Ludwig didn't need to speak about that. Why the hell are you speaking about it? And then when you actually do say what you say, and then your audience, you know, hates on you. Oh, actually, I should have said 99% sure that, you know, the dog was actually zapped because I got new evidence apparently that it's actually not a shock collar. It was just vibration. Yeah, I'm so sorry guys. Yeah, oh, why didn't I show the picture that I also saw? Well, it's just because like that's just not my situation to say. But you wanted to speak about it in the first place. You felt the need to speak about the situation in the first place. It's so stupid. Actually, so stupid. So yeah.
what I'm gonna describe, okay? And you guys can
Okay.
believe what you can believe.
I know, like I want,
Okay.
like explain it. I want you to like explain it better.
This shit, by the way, has like tens of millions of views on TikTok. Like people are losing their fucking mind on this.
What?
I'm gonna explain it. You guys can believe what you want to believe. I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me and say like that's not right. That's not what you like. Just because I don't act the same way you act.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to like coach me through that because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I am somebody that's like.
Yeah, you don't get to tell me what to do. And this is the reason that's the whole problem with this whole community, right? That they build is that the community that they build is fundamentally a bunch of people that want to tell you what to do.
Yep.
Hyper controlling, very invasive, obnoxious, aggressive people that want to tell you what to do.
And I think if you are on a complete side of something, I think it is like this to an extent. Like, but the thing is with Asmongold, if you were to say something out of pocket, like his audience wouldn't like, for example, you know, it's actually okay for trans women to be in women's restrooms. Of course, a lot of people will criticize them, but I don't think a lot of people would straight up stop watching them. Whereas with a Cutie, if she were to say something right ring, a lot of people would just stop watching her and cancel it. Like, I think a lot of people are just very audience captured. Yeah, it's insane. It is truly insane.
Bitch, I'm an ally. Like
And I know
I am
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic.
That's
Everybody
and I
knows
know
I'm
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic. It doesn't matter who I talk to. Like the thing is
Yeah.
like I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people,
No, she downplaying it. She raised as a Mormon. Oh yeah.
people in my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. There are people in my family
That's
that are
really
homophobic.
religious.
There's people in my family that are transphobic.
By the way, W Mormons. Like I was not familiar with their game, until they said that they were saying prayers of the family that shot up the Mormon school. I have never met a Mormon that was not an incredibly lawful, good person. I think the underwear shit they do is silly as fuck. And maybe some of that Jonathan Smith thing, I don't really believe in that. But I've never met a bad Mormon.
Like, but I still love my family, right? And I still know that there are that members of my family have good qualities. They have
Joseph
good qualities.
Smith, whatever.
And what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them.
She right.
Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere.
Well,
If
no,
I-
it will. It will get you likes on Twitter. It'll get you a lot of likes on Twitter. It'll make you feel like
Oh,
you're
my
a good
bad.
person because you did something
Yeah, my bad, ass.
that matters. That's
Yeah.
the reason why.
I were to say to someone who's homo,
But no, this is very what she's talking about. Hate versus, yeah, of course. Because the thing is, a lot of people were very accepting of, like a lot of LGBTQ stuff. But the problem is, like, weird people. Let's just be honest. LGBTQ is not in the norm. Most people are straight, but so when I say weird people, I don't mean like terrible people. I just mean like people out of the norm. These people aren't accepting of, people on the actual other side of things that are considered normal. It's like, oh, you're a straight white man or whatever. You're terrible. You're a terrible person. When you suddenly go against the grain of what, this type of movement wants, and then it basically becomes divided. That's what I'm saying anyway.
homophobic, go fuck yourself, you homophobic prick.
Oh.
Yes, I told them what they deserve. However, they aren't
Did
ever
you achieve anything? Did you achieve anything?
You
Did you
didn't
do
achieve
anything
anything.
of value? Did you improve the situation? Did you
Nope.
make the world a better place?
Nope.
No, you didn't. You didn't do a fucking thing. You just did what made you feel good in the time that you saw.
Yep.
The entire internet now is built around an apparatus of people that have collectively conditioned influencers to condition them into a state of learned helplessness.
And I think that's just based on emotion. When people value emotion over logic more. Yeah.
All information and all news on the internet and a lot of influencer input is completely agency removed. Everything is because of women. Oh, women are the problem of fucking everything. No, not
No.
really. You're probably the problem. Or, oh, men are the reason for all of this. Or, oh, Republicans. Or, oh, Democrats. No, bro.
No. Yeah.
No, the reason is that you have a lot of losers on the internet that go on the internet because they're fucking losers and they're looking for somebody that's going to tell them that they're not a loser and it's actually the only thing that they can possibly do with their life. They are doing the best that they can by playing League of Legends 18 hours a day, jerking off to animals that aren't real on DeviantArt, and ordering DoorDash with their mom's credit card living in a basement. People love to have their agency removed from them because that gives them the freedom to be nothing
Yeah.
and to justify it. How do you know my life?
This is also why I don't even say, like, this is also why in videos, if you see me, I'm like, oh, I'm not a political person. Because even if I might have opinions this way or this way, at the end of the day, if you're hard right or hard left, you might hate me. So I just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not gonna be a part of this stupid battle that you guys are having. Yeah. I completely agree with Homeboy. Hell yeah.
I got that camera. You haven't seen it yet?
He's
They're
in
gonna
your walls.
feel-
Don't trust, bro.
accepting. They're never going to learn how to be accepting. Like, do you understand that
Yeah.
if you just write people off because they believe different things than you, they're never going to be exposed to why it's good to be around people that don't think like you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
No,
Like
I see that.
so my stepbrother is trans,
Mhm.
Okay.
and my dad refuses to use the correct pronouns.
And does right.
So dad's an asshole. Okay, sure.
And he doesn't understand that he doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me crazy. And it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad.
Now, everybody says base dad. I disagree. If I had a kid that was trans, I would want to, you know, ideally, being trans and going through transition surgery would be the last line of action, right? But this is an adult brother. This is an adult. As a parent, at a certain point, you shouldn't be trying to control your adult child's life. You should respect what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I would respect what my kids would want to do. Because, and the reason why is because I know people might not agree with that are in my community, but I would do it because that's what my parents did for me.
That's pretty fair. I think the dad in this situation is basically like he just doesn't want to live in what he deems delusion, and I think that's also fair. But I think at the end of the day, everyone knows the difference between a trans woman and an actual woman. Like everyone knows this. It's not, you know, it's pretty clear if you have just, you know, a bit of brain cells, you know. But to deny them of what they longing for all this time, yeah, I could see that as you kind of being an asshole, because at the same time, all you want is for your children to be happy, you know. So yeah, in this case, I think it's a bit hard, but I think I would probably agree with that as well. Yeah, probably.
Like they said, you can do anything that you want. You can be anything that you want. If you want to go out and sell drugs, good. If you want to go out and be a lawyer, good. If you
want to sell drugs, I mean, of course you're gonna be against them. At the end of the day, I think it's better to abandon your child for it, though. Of course, it's good to show that you're heavily against it, though. I think it's good to show that you're heavily against it because you need to educate. You need to educate your children in what is wrong and like what is good. You know. So in this case, nah. I'm sorry, man.
And
nah.
You know, break into people's cars and shit like that. Good. Do whatever you want to do. We're gonna support you because we're your parents, and we're gonna do whatever we want. That was it. So you reinforce their mental illness? Well, no, the thing is, it's not about reinforcing a mental illness. It's about, obviously, I wouldn't immediately say, like, you know, my kid's 8 years old, and he's like, I like wearing a dress. I said, damn, I guess we need to get you transition surgery, right? Like, I would not agree to having that done on my child whenever they were underage. Absolutely. But whenever they're an adult, they get to make adult choices. And at the end of the day, it would be more important for me to preserve the relationship that I had with my child than for me to uphold a viewpoint that is, you know, to me, really inconsequential.
I agree to that part. But the thing is, it's also good to show what you disagree with and what you can agree to disagree on stuff like this. Like, I will never see it being good to, you know, oh, you want to be a criminal. Why the hell would I want to agree to that? That's stupid. It's actually just retarded. Like, but you can still love them. You can still be with them, but you can understand that it's like, oh, like, no, like, don't, why are you doing that? Don't do that, you know? But hey, okay.
I don't care what gender somebody thinks they are or not, because that's not what defines a human being. Like, you have, at that point, 20 years of life experience with this person. This person is you know, you made this person. No, of course I wouldn't throw that away over some fucking bullshit pronoun thing. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And by the way, that her brother hasn't either, and neither has she. The funniest thing about this is that they all agree with this. They do. You're a hypocrite? No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Like, I'm the only person that's not a hypocrite. Yeah, that's it. So you call your son a she? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I would do it. I wouldn't want to, like, I would go through I would say, are you sure that you feel this way? And I would try to help them get through their gender dysphoria as much as possible. I would, but at the end of the road, if nothing else worked, I would.
Yeah, that's how I feel, and to an extent. I feel men and women have certain things that they have a part of them that are kind of indistinguishable. Like, you know, to deny that is kind of stupid. However, I will still respect your decision. No, I will still respect you as a person. I don't even think it's the decision point at this point. When you have that level of conviction and you're like, if you don't see me this way, then like, you know, I have this detachment from you, then it's like that, like the decision that they're making and them as a person, in their mind, it's basically one and the same. So in that case, then I will probably call them what they want to be called or whatever. I think it just depends because of that. If it's negative to like society as a whole, like you being a criminal, then it's like I'm not gonna support the decision of you being a criminal. You gotta be crazy for me to think I'm gonna support you being a criminal. Like that's insane. But hey, that's just me. Tell me y'all think though. That's all. I just thought this was interesting. I'll probably leave the original video down in the description. I don't want to react to all of this because I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not doing that. You gotta be crazy. If you really want it, maybe sure, but fuck, hell no. Anyways, I'll see you guys. Have a fantastic day and goodbye.